you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Supplemental Adams giving my latest review on an anime that I've been watching for a while now, and I finished watching the series a while back. So I've been judging whether to make this review or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is my review and impression on an anime series I really like. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Iron-Blooded Orphans, it's another new anime series of the franchise. It's pretty interesting. I mean, with Gundams, you get mobile suits, you get fighting, you get warriors, pilots, action fact. And if you're like me and grew up in the 90s, in the anime boom of the 90s, early 2000s, all the millennials, you guys watched it on Toonami, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys understand, I mean, this series definitely is very unique in its own way, typical Gundam, but, I know they all have a backstory, and let me get started on the main story. It's been 300, after a devastating conflict between War and Mars called the Calamity War. It's been 300 years since then. Humanity has populated Mars, and the capital is called Calus, called Crius. Like Crius, they started things are doing well. I mean, they have people there. However, the people still live in poverty, and they ask for independence and peace, and no longer want to be slave to the Earth Federation, basically. Because this is gonna be main gist. If spoilers, if you guys have not watched the series right now, because this is just spoiler alert ahead. The main focus of the series, how the woman, a girl, her name is Cordelia Ida Bernstein. Her goal is to leave Mars and go to Earth so she can talk with the leaders so she can lead the Mars independent movement. However, at the same time, the Caress Grand Security or CGS have people there. The AF people. Their tasked with taking care of Cordelia. However, among them there are two people. One of them is Olga Itsuka, the other one is Mikazuki August, or Mika as he's called. They were taken there, they were raised there. However, they grew up, basically orphans. They had no family, their parents died, and they were taken in by the company. However, because of the poverty, they were forced to become day laborers and workers. Kind of like slavery. And they even had nano implants in the back of their spines to operate machines to become synchronized with them. It's called the Alea Vignana system. It's definitely, definitely very, very hard to look at, and from the looks of it, it's very painful. And it's not just them. There's like a whole bunch of these children. They definitely all have the system, and then some don't. Like the older children they have it, but the younger ones they don't. And they're treated like like almost like next to garbage. It's called space rats and stuff like that. And things start to turn around after Cordelia is asked, how to ask them, to be, their escort. And they're asked to be Cordelia's escort. Olga is the leader of the third group as well, and Mikazuki's a part of that group. The children, and so they are in charge. However, as they are getting ready to make their move, they dreamed of one day being, more than just workers and doing things differently. They are attacked by this military faction group called Gallarhorn, which has a grip on space, Earth, and Mars. They want to make sure that Cordelia doesn't get her way. Hey, so they want to make sure to get rid of her. Well, not kill her, in fact, just capture her as soon as possible to make sure that Mars stays under, under Earth rule. However, in the midst of that, as they make their way try to make their way to the fences, Orga and his crew are betrayed by their boss and left to die. But however, have to turn things around, trying to make their way to survive. One of them is Mikazuki. Mikazuki is literally the strongest of their workers. He does whatever Orga says, and they always rely on each other, kind of like a brother relationship. Even though they're not of the same blood, they grew up and raised together, and they managed to turn things around by using of a mobile suit from the Calamity War, mobile suit Gundam frame type Barbatos. Barbatos, is an old, it's been equipped with the same Elena Vignana system as the others, because it's an old mobile suit that's 300 years old, where they have to redesign the machine and recalibrate it, and they managed to fight their way through. However, Galahorn continues to persist them, even though they keep fighting and fighting their way through. Oh, this is not going to be very easy for them because Barbatos, is a Gundam freight type. It's literally their strongest mobile suit, but it's also, uh, you know, uh, but being their strongest means that they're gonna have to rely on it a lot because that means they're gonna have to rely on Mikazuki a lot. And in this series, it's definitely typical. I mean, their goal is to survive in this world as best we can, accomplish their mission, and after they survive the battle, they managed to turn this around. They managed to take over the CCT and make it Tekkaden, which means iron flower, the flower that will not wilt, meaning they're gonna fight this, survive this, and last forever, basically. Saying that I'm still here, I'm not gonna let this break me now. I like this series overall because it's about a group of people trying to survive. I mean, they're children, they're child workers. This have certain similarities to other mech animes, like for example, another Mobile Suit Gundam series I like, Mobile Suit Gundam Double O. Kind of reminds me of the main protagonist, of that series, of Setsuna FC. Another is and Gurren Lagann, the Gurren Lagann. I'll get to that in the explainer. As they try to put their way through, it's not going to be easy for them because Cordelia is seeking independence for her people, seeking independence for Mars, while Galahorn wants to make sure that they're stopped, and they're gonna do all they can to stop them fighting them. And Tekkaden, they have a long way to go through. They have a seriously long way to go through and continue to move forward with this because it's not gonna be easy for them. Remember, they're young children. They're young. They're probably not even in their 20s though, and they're in charge of a huge task, escorting this person, this public figure to Earth to make sure that she speaks her mind and pleads with the people of Earth to help her people. I mean, make sure that what they experienced never happens again. Basically they're trying to survive in this world. I like it. I like it a lot because but they have a long way to go through. People are gonna start dying. They're gonna kill people. People like them are gonna get killed. So it's definitely a unique series and a nice twist to the Gundam franchise. I like Mikazuki. If I'm gonna describe some of their characters, I mean, Cordelia is very kind. She wants to help people, but she hasn't seen what you call the true horrors of warfare yet. Orga Itsuka, Mikazuki August, they're both Orga and Mika. They both grew up together. Mikazuki, Orga, he has big dreams. He wants to make sure that he survives this. Mikazuki, he doesn't care either way a little bit. And, he does whatever, Orga tells him to. Doesn't show that much emotions, but over the series, he starts to change and his character develops a little bit. If I were to describe things in an order outside this, like, for example, I'm going to describe this in certain ways. Like, for example, like I said earlier, it reminds me of a little bit of Mobile Suit Gundam Double O because of, war and conflict. People are suffering, so they're trying to find a way to end the suffering. Another would be Gurren Lagann because of because of the relationship. It reminds me of a little bit of of Steamon and Kamina from Gurren Lagann. And another reminder of that would probably be this is one of my personal favorites, Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion, because this is all about rebellion and turning things around. Kind of like because they come from Mars and Martians, they so-called space rats and human debris and other stuff. Because even though they're people, they're still treated very differently away. Kind of like how the Pretendians treated the Japanese and called them 11s. I like that. I like the Code Geass, and we all know what happens about the secret ending, how they change things. We all know what happens in the end. Long live Lelouch. This is if you guys are a fan of mechs, anime, Gundam. Overall, you get a kick out of this. But this series is not what you call for kids, but it's also very unique in a sort of way. It's not gonna be like horror, blood stuff, but you're gonna see violence. You're gonna see people die. You're gonna see these chains turn around, a bit. If you guys are fans of all that and character development, fighting, action, one of the things you gotta know about Gundam pilots is, they're good at operating mobile suits, but when it comes to their emotions, their conflicting feelings, they start to change in certain directions. Like I remember Mobile Suit Gundam Double O, oh, says that he kept operating the mission. He was a child soldier, a lot like these kids, forced to fight, forced to survive, and he managed to survive by just his grits and his wits. Only in the end, to come out. I'm out as literally the strongest fighter. However, power comes at a price, and you're gonna see that throughout this series. This is something you got to consider overall. I mean, overall, I give this series a plus. You can currently see this on other anime streams like Hulu, Sunrise Funimation, there's Crunchyroll. If you guys got an account, and go ahead and try it overall if you think so. It's pretty good because it's a good series. I mean, right now it's currently you can see it online. All the full episodes, the subs I did are all online. You can watch, and the series is currently being broadcast right now on Toonami's Anime Blog, along with Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, which is all awesome series. It's pretty good. Good. I can't wait to see what happens next. Like I've seen the whole series, so I know. I'm not gonna spoil it for you yet, but it's worth the watch. I'll tell you this one. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the subscribe. Thank you. This is Sullivan Adams gave my latest review on Mobile Suit Gundam on Iron Blooded Orphan. I'm out. Peace. Bye. I can't wait to see. And also, there's a season 2 scheduled to come out this October. So the season 1's gonna be 25 episodes. 5 episodes. So I can't wait to see what season 2's gonna be like. Bye.